guys, okay, so today I'm doing a review on the Too Faced Naked Eye Palette. So it just looks like this, and this is what the inside looks like. You might have seen they have a million palettes made with the same packaging. Okay, so first off, starting with the review, the packaging is amazing. I love the back. It reminds me of Paris, like just French stuff. It's got a magnetic close, which is really nice. You can take it in your purse and it won't spill. I really like how the colors have different little compartments with cute little names, and I love the way how they're organized, big and little. And I really like that they come with cards of, things that they suggest that you do eye looks on. They have different ones, and I think there's one called Fashion, Mode, Classic, and Day. Oh, Fashion, Classic, and Day. So they have 3 different cards, and they just look like that. They tell you the steps to get that look. I think that's really clever, and it's good for beginners who don't really know, straight how to use the palette. So I want to talk about the darker shades. I definitely think the longevity of the darker shades is longer than the lighter shades. And the only thing that I dislike about this palette is I do have to use a primer if I want to use these shadows. They will not show up or stay on as long without a primer, and I find that when I use a primer, it just looks amazing. So I guess that's not really too bad. It's just you need a primer, which I kind of wish I could use it without, but I have a couple other things like shadows that I have to use a primer with too, so it's not just Too Faced. I don't find that a big complaint. I want to get another one of these and a different palette. They have a bunch of different ones. I might link some below and link where to get this down there. I know Sephora carries a lot of them. And I just think that even though you have to use a primer, that doesn't make it any less of a great palette in my eyes. I think it's really, really good. I love how it comes with a highlight, and you can choose more of a pinky highlight. I use this as a transition shade. I do have a demo that I'm about to show you in this video, and honestly, I think they last long. They have an outstanding pigmentation. I love the names. The packaging is on key. I just think I don't get a lot of fallouts with it. I think this is an amazing product, and you should definitely go get it. I think it's about $36. Definitely worth it. You get a lot for your money, and I just think this was a fabulous idea by this company, and I definitely suggest it. So stay tuned for my demo. Bye! Okay guys, so today I'm doing the demo of the Too Faced Naked palette, and the palette just looks like this. And so I have already done my left eye, and I'm going to show you the demo on my right eye. So I'm going to start with my L'Oreal primer, and I'm just going to put that all over my lid, kind of blend it out with my finger. Doesn't have to be too neat or anything. So I'm just going to blend that in. Okay, get some under the lash line on the outer edge. And then starting with the Naked palette, I'm going to take a brush, just a little fluffy brush, and I'm going to start with Satin Sheets, which is the pink shade. And I'm going to put that all over the inner corner, just to give a really brightening effect. And I don't want to go too heavy in the darks because this is supposed to be a naked eye. So I'm going to go till about halfway into the lid. And then I'm going to take my brush that I'm using for the dark shadows, and I'm going to take Lap Dance, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to lightly sweep that into the outer corner. Whoop, getting a lot of shadow there. And just kind of fan it out. Fan it out there. Kind of get that kind of a nice line. And we will blend later, but I just want to get it a little bit out there. Kind of take my Kleenex, fix around the edges so it's not too out of the way. And what I'm going to do with the same brush is I'm going to take Unmentionables, just take a little dot into there and smudge it under my outer lash line. Okay, so that went too much, so I'm going to go back, fix that up. Taking the same brush, I'm going to dip just very lightly once into stiletto, just like that. And I'm just going to kind of pat that over the lid just to kind of smoke it out a bit. But we are going to blend this heavily, so it's going to begin to look like that, which is way more natural. I might even just dab some of that shadow off. It's kind of a lot more than I did on the other eye. So then what I'm going to do is take my blending brush, and I'm just kind of going to blur the line in between those two colors, make it more kind of look like a transition. I'm going to blend, just kind of blend for a while, get that kind of more, not really smoky, but kind of blurred effect. Makes it lighter on the edges, more feathery, I would say. Feathery is the right word. So now you can see it's definitely looking more like that eye. And now I feel like I have too much of a big cloud, so what I'm going to do is kind of get it a little bit less. So it's less, more like that, and then blend it out a little more. There, it looks more like the other eye. Take that, dip it once, maybe just add a little more to the top. There, and I'm liking how that looks. So I'm going to go back with my light shader brush. And what I'm going to do is take Pink Cheeks and make that as a transition color for my highlight. And just kind of put it right there, right above my crease. And then I'm going to take In the Buff and use that as my highlight. So I'm going to put that directly right under the brow bone. So you can see that's my highlight, and then I'm going to take my blending brush again, kind of blend out my highlight and my transition color. Okay, so I think that's looking pretty good, similar to the other. Now I'm just going to do my mascara. Okay, I think that looks good for the top lash. And then I'm just going to take that, there's a little edge I didn't like on there. I'm going to just do my bottom lash. And I am using Benefit's They're Real mascara that I got in my Sephora birthday gift, which I'm absolutely in love with. It just makes your lashes so long, and you don't have to do a lot of coats. Like, I feel with drugstore, I really have to coat it on for a long time, and then with Benefit They're Real, I barely have to like put any on. So now I'm just going back, fixing the mascara mistakes. Going with my concealer. Wipe off any mistakes, and then I'm going to go back with my brush, just kind of fix anything that I see. So that's pretty much the completed look. just natural, like kind of a naked eye. I mean, there is some pretty dark shadows in this palette, and you can make it lighter if you'd like, but I wanted to go for kind of a little bit smoked out naked eye. So this is what the palette looks like once again, and I used this, one dot of that, this, and this, and this. So a lot of them are dark for a naked eye palette, but I think I really liked how this turned out. I think it looks really nice, simple, and I'll close my eyes, show you how it looks. I don't know, I really like this, so I hope you guys enjoyed the demo, and I'll talk a little bit more in my review about what I like and dislike about the palette.